and welcome to the August edition of the IQ Media Masterclass. Honestly, time is flying by. These masterclasses feel like 2 minutes in between every single time we record them. And every time we've got another guest coming with their expertise, and this month is no different. I am Madeleine White. I am co-founder of The Audiences. I'm VP Marketing at Pool, and I support IQ Media Hub in these masterclasses where we help you innovate. We help you overcome many of the challenges that you're facing at the moment and with the rest of the publishing industry. And today is really, really hitting this huge kind of worry on the head that everyone is talking about AI. But one of the biggest things that it's impacting is traffic to our websites. With AI overviews on search, are we getting the same traffic that we used to get? Are people actually coming to our website, or are they getting all the answers they need on search itself? And I've got the pleasure of having Clara with me today. Clara, you're an expert in everything SEO. You're going to hopefully provide us with some recommendations as well. And in order to know how to solve the problem, we need to understand the problem. And that's what you're going to help us today.
Yes, we need to understand the main problem nowadays in the newsroom because, with the implementation and introduction of AI, the experience of our users and our audiences change a lot, and we think to how we need to offer and how we need to answer to different user needs. So, for example, Google and Google Discover are the main source of traffic nowadays for publishers. And AI overviews, for example, it's something that we will talk today. It's is changing the mindset and how we consume different articles. So today we will see different percentage and a panoramic vision of the traffic sources and how we can use it in our daily task and daily life.
Perfect. Sounds great. Let's jump in.
Yeah. Well, the talk for today is titled "The End of Traffic as We Know It," because yes, it is changing, and now the AI apocalypse arrive. All the newsroom, I think, and we need survival strategies. So. Um, you present me and you introduce my profile, but a little bit of what I am working these days. I am SEO for news publishers consultant and digital strategy with different newsrooms and publishers in Spain, in Europe, and in Latin America. And I work and I specialize in Google Discover, SEO strategy, workflows, and trainings with journalists and editors and product because yes, we need to think about product to change our KPIs and our knowledge about our audiences. So I'm the head of innovation and digital strategy in a local association with more than 600 local publishers based in Barcelona. And I work as an associate professor at journalism at university too. I teach a lot about SEO for news in business schools, and I participate as a judge and as a speaker in different congresses with different entities, international entities. I am proud to be part of Mujeres en SEO, Women in SEO, and SEO in Catalan Association. And since last year, Nacional. So we can start, but well, let me share with the audience and with you, Madeleine, that I am working with my first book. It's a little book that it's titled SEO Guide for News Publishers and Media Outlets. It's in Spanish. It's published in Spanish, but now I am working to publish and translate in English because some people ask me for this manual, this this book, and yes, I am thinking about it, and it will be available on Amazon when it will be published. Well, thank you. And we can enter and we discover these different interfaces. No, it sounds familiar, probably. It's Prorata, it's ChatGPT, it's Perplexity, but it's not only this. 2025. Here today, we will discuss 5 key points to understand this current state of media and publishers and what we need to focus to optimize the work in newsroom and journalists in 2026 inside. The first point that I want to share with the audience is provide context for the data. Yes, the hype of AI is the top level, but we need to think and we need to see the data that the reports are telling us. No? This is a report from the last year, and we know with this data that Google is the main source of traffic that the publishers and all the websites has now in 2025. And we need to work to rank on LLMs, but we need and we know with this data that Google is the first point, and we need to focus on that. No, and for
Do you
example, with yeah.
do you see that changing? What's your prediction for like the next year, 5 years, 10 years? Do you
Mhm.
see that changing? Do you see Google becoming less important or staying similar?
I think that Google will be really important in the following years. We discover and we know that ChatGPT is increasing, and we will see some data in the last few months. But we need to understand that the Google is the giant, no,
Mhm.
and something that we need to understand and to work is how we can rank, for example, to be mentioned as a source in the AI overviews, for example, because SEO is changing. We don't talk about keywords, about entities, or how to rank with links or page rank, something that can be useful some years ago. No, but for now, we need to understand SEO, search engine optimization, as a different thing. And
Mhm.
I don't want to talk about generative engine optimization because the basics are the same.
Yeah.
And for me, it's only a different way to buy our service. And I think that we need to explain to the publishers and to CEOs and to bosses that the basic things and the basic factors of ranking are the same,
Mm.
but we need to construct an EEAT, experience, authority, trustworthiness, between all our projects, so we can talk a little bit more in the following
Yeah.
slides. But I think that yes, Google will be really important in the next years too. But we need to understand that there are more actors in the market, and we have Perplexity and ChatGPT, for example, and these are working to increase the traffic. No, and well,
Mhm.
here you have, for example, something that I want to show that, for example, news related prompts is something shared by Similar Web. News related ChatGPT prompts in US and UK for only news related prompts. No, and as we see here in May 2025, the line and the data shows that these last months, this changed a lot. No, and if we see and we talk about the the photo and the graph that we see on the right, we see that when Google implements AI overviews, that is the AI implemented in the searcher,
Mhm.
uh, this changed a lot because we have zero click share uh, that this don't produce any clicks to the publishers. The point number two that I want to share with the audience is that we need to not forget that this no click is not new. We have zero click
Mhm.
searches a long time ago because even we have some experiences in Google that before AI overviews produces 58% of zero click searches because Google needs to answer and wants to answer with knowledge panel, with the results of a match, with the prediction of the weather, and different answers and easy answers that can show with the users because Google always explain that um, it don't it doesn't want to put the best links to click.
Yeah.
Google wants to share the best information, and if it can share the best information without a click, without a link, it will be better for the
Mhm.
user experience.
Yeah.
So at this time, we need to understand that this is not new and we need to adapt to it because AI overviews increase this type of searches. In the third point, we have the main source of traffic nowadays for publishers, and it's Google Discover. I
Mhm.
think that we talk a lot about it, and well, I work with different publishers with different content strategies to rank in Google Discover because well, it's the volume nowadays, the volume of the page views, and you need to work a lot for subscriptions and to have and to rank on search. But if you win and you put an article on Google Discover, this article can produce a lot of page views,
Mhm.
no?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of ranking factors to rank on Google Discover, and are slightly different to rank on search. So nowadays, publishers there are publishers that has more than 600 traffic from Google Discover.
Mm.
So
Would you recommend focusing more on Google Discover today?
well, I need that Google Discover is for today,
Mhm.
and we need to work on product and create EAAT
Mhm.
for the future, for the next year. But now we need to pay our salaries. We need to pay our journalists, no? And I always explain to CEOs that we have two types of articles or two types of products. We have the main articles that based on hard news, politics, economy, society, and we have other type because we have a lot of different user needs. So we need to inform our audience, but we need to entertain, to educate, to no to create community with audiences, and these are other type of articles. And at this point I want to share that on 2024 was the first year that Google Discover surpassed the search and changed a lot the traffic and the volume in the for publishers. And here there are some updated data that I achieved from Sharvit from January to July 2025. And here we have the list of the countries that has the highest use of Google Discover in media. For example, we see here Croatia, Poland, Indonesia, Ukraine, Argentina, Bosnia, Herzegovina, India, South Africa, Spain, Mexico, Latvia, United Arab Emirates, Colombia, Greece, Malaysia, Portugal, Chile, France, Austria. Well, here you have a lot of countries and the percentage of their discovered traffic, and we see a predominance of European countries
Mhm.
and content in Spanish too. So, because in Europe we have an Android's market share that is above 64%, and this is an important channel because we have Google Discover integrated in Android system. So for example, in US, iOS holds a 58% market share versus 41 for Android, and in the iOS system we can have access to Google Discover through Google Chrome app or through the Google app, not integrated in the system. So here I have some of the main factors of ranking of Google Discover, and it's something that every publisher and every journalist ask me when I enter in a newsroom, and they ask me, okay, what do we need to publish to rank to appear in Google Discover and achieve this high volume of page views in this channel. So I want to share here some of the main points and explain to our audience how Google Discover algorithm works. So
Okay.
it's a personalized content feed that it's available for mobile device users, but now, this May 2025,
Mhm.
Google announced that it will be available on desktop too.
Okay.
But for now, we don't have this at some countries. And they launched on 2018 and began attracting the attention of digital media in Europe and Spain 1 year after. The content appears based on users' interest and data related to their activity that is registered in their Google account when you are logging. No? They take note about searches and the videos that you consume, the interaction with the news, location history, and the follow topics. And well, it's important to understand that in the searcher, the users are who enter queries and keywords in the search engine to get the information that they want. And we have discovery, that is the algorithm that works in Google Discover, and is the algorithm that automatically delivers updated content considered interesting to the user, similar to how social media feeds work.
Yeah.
So it's different. We have an active user or a passive user here.
Yeah, always important to remember the user and their context and the differences between them when you're feeding or
Mhm.
working on these strategies. I think it's easy to forget.
Yes, because we have keywords that interest in some ways, and we can, for example, know with Google Trends, but
Mm-hmm.
we need to understand our audience to arrive and to appear in their feeds in Google Discover, for example. So, and now, new update of Google Discover that Google is showing different AI overviews directly in Google Discover too. So we need to keep an eye on this to take note and optimize to be here as a source too. But if we want to know how to enter in Discover, we need to know that is currently the main traffic for media outlets, and it's an important for other content-driven websites because, for example, I am working with different e-commerces that wants to catch the new audiences in another point of the customer journey, for example, and works these discover strategies in their blog, for example, in their website. So it's not only for publishers, it's for content, but not only
Mm-hmm.
for publishers. And well, Discover traffic is very volatile and has been impacted by recent updates and all the core updates that Google made along the year impact Google Discover too and the search, obviously. And for media outlets, Discover accounts for this 30% or can reach 50, 60, 17, depends on the outlet, the section, the topic, and the time of the year. And how to optimize for Discover? Well, for me, the first point nowadays is to work on topical authority. What is this? It's we need to work with entities rather than keywords.
Yeah.
um, People, cities, objects, topics, something that we can find in a knowledge panel, no, in a well, that can have their definition on Google or an encyclopedia, for example, no, and we need to work, for example, to understand this. If we press these buttons, we can know the entities that are in this card that Google Discover is showing with us. So, for example, here we are talking about some, uh,
Medication.
yeah, some medication, but we don't have the name here in the title.
Mm-hmm.
The scientific name, it's not here, but Google shows here uh, and is understanding uh, what type of medication we are talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, and another thing is to avoid clickbait. But what we are seeing is that we need to work with emotional and eye-catching headlines. We study journalism to produce good content, but we can be creative, no? And we can create some emotional titles too to share with our audiences and catch their attention. Um, we need to use the headline and the open graph tags with questions, numbers, and lists, for example, and headlines that might get hidden. So we if we have long titles and long headlines, we need to click to finally read all the title, no? And Another thing that I think that it's important and it's a factor of ranking is the image, and we will see in the next slides. But before that, for example, here you have some formulas that works on the titles of Discover. You won't believe it. You'll be surprised what you don't expect, secret information according to an expert, limited time offer. So we can work with this type of formulas to produce content here.
Mhm.
Here, the images have some technical requirements as that the images needs to be at minimum of 1200 pixels, and we need to put this code max image preview large in the schema, and always in GPG format, never PNG because it doesn't work. And well, you can play with images, hiding the entity. For example, here in this example, the title is talking about the dress of Jennifer Lopez, but here we didn't see.
Mhm.
So we need to click on the article, no? And another example is here that it's talking about some legumes that are retired and are of the supermarket, and
Mhm.
we need to know there are lentils, there are beans,
Mhm. Yeah,
what are is talking
you're
about,
not
no?
sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's almost like it makes me, obviously I come from the subscription space, and it makes me think of before the paywall. It's basically tempting someone, not being clickbaity in a sense that's for advertising or whatever, but it's about finding out the full story and making
Hmm.
sure that you're tempting someone to the right level. So
Yeah.
then, but also frustrating them that then they want to click through.
Yeah, well, for me, there are two types of clickbait. There are bad clickbait that can occur
Yeah.
this type of situation, because you need when you enter, you need that the journalist ask your question or ask the title. So if you enter and you close the window and the article so far, um, Google understands that this publication uh, doesn't work well.
Yeah.
So, and it's a factor of ranking in a negative perspective.
Mhm.
So, Google takes into account this too.
Yeah.
So the images, as we can see here, has a lot of prominence in the feed. And for example, at the first point, we see a police woman here showing about a spam and about a call with that is spam, and we have an authority that is explaining this. So this article will be really different, and the CTR of the headline will be really different if we all use only a mobile phone here to
Yeah.
in the photo. No. And another factor of ranking for Google Discover is the location, the user's location. And for example, if our audience is near Paris or near Barcelona, for example, and we understand that we want to work and create information with this type of users, we can mention the city and we can create some content for this niche audience
Mhm.
about the topic or niche audience about the location. So here we can offer, for example, the different type of information um, to participate in the balloon festival in India, or to participate in a route in Marseille, for example, or to be and visit the train near Barcelona, 15 minutes by train from Barcelona, for example. And here we are mentioned the city, and these different type of cars show in different type of audiences. And other thing that I mentioned before is EAT, expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And we can create this developing a good author's bios, showcasing their specialization, the social media, how to contact, their background, etc. And for example, here, well, I create this type of author pages that relates with internal linking the people and authors with different sections and topics that they wrote about it. So here we have, for example, the Adam Liptak page that is from the New York Times. I really recommend to see these author pages because they change. I think that 1 year and a half ago, I think. Um, well, we can create this topical authority because the recommendation is that every author writes about the same topic or the same category. No, for example, this journalist writes a lot about companies or startups or the pharmacy. So it's good that she always writes about this and not about politics or not about other type of economy section. Another thing is to work with internal linking. Every publisher has these header tags that you can put here the main articles for this day, and you can show better for Google because Google is seeing always and every day. So much time this homepage. And well, we can create the buzz factor too, that it's generating high traffic volume in a limited time. How we can work with it? That when we publish, we put in the homepage, we share in social networks, we use notification push, we use newsletter. Well, if we create this buzz factor, this can be um, uh, uh, a signal for Google to understand that this topic is a trend and they can show in Google Discover. And well, we can use embeds too from different social networks, and we don't need, it's not a requirement, AMP, that it's a format for mobile. It's not a requirement, but it's recommend that our core web vitals for mobile are good. um, we need to develop the user experience in mobile. And the fourth point, here we have all the things to publish and to appear in Google Discover. And the fourth point that we have to take into account is that AI overviews are rolling out through more than 100 countries nowadays. These are the first that on the end of March, Google activate on Europe, Austria, Belgium, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Poland, Portugal, Spain, and Switzerland. And we are working on that. And well, yes, this changed a lot our uh, mindset, because yes, the first report um, shows that we reduce the clicks at minimum 34% of our all the content, and the content that is real affected is the informational content, not the transactional. No, and well, publishers, here we have a problem. No, and how we can solve it? Well, um, Google tells that we are the users are realizing and are doing more searches and more queries than ever, and the clicks are higher quality because, well, they say that when you click you recirculate more, but yes, we need to achieve this first click, no? And well, all the studies shows that the clicks are going down. And well, there are some opportunities for publishers on search. Well, yes, here we have two examples. In the first example, how to care for orchids, or which is a typical food in Krakow. As we can see, we see AI overviews because it's search that it's something evergreen. But well, if we search something about trending and something about that works today in the news, and we can find in different publishers, we see, for example, the top stories module. Google shows in the breaking news the top stories. For example, this guy's hospital. We have the carousel for the news for today, or projection film Barbie annulé, that it's a trend in France today. Um, well, we have here the response and the answer we need to enter to a publisher, not in a AI overviews section. So, for example, in Spain these days we have a lot of fires activated, unfortunately. And for example, when you search this, you see a carousel about the fires that are active in Spain. But well, it's a high, huge trend, and we have more than one carousel. Here we have other entities important related with the first entity. But we have a third opportunity here, local news, because we have another carousel because Google understands that this type of search is really focused on where you are. So we have different fires in Spain. So here. Um, Google are offering me information about my Catalonia, that I am living here. So this is an important thing to work. And well, yes, we can work with Google Discover, but we need to work in the main reason to be a publisher, breaking news and inform with this type of information, because nobody has this type of information.
Yeah, and it's almost this idea of personalization before someone even reaches the site. And so if a publisher's recirculation strategy and audience development strategy is very strong, if they've come in through the site via an article that it's local news and hitting a topic that they're interested in, then they're going to find what they want to find. And so is it actually supposedly working in the publisher's interest in that sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can work with this type of information. And for example, you can create something that creates experience and authority because you can create different products and different articles as explainers, as a map, some infographic things to explain the evolution of this. So you can create a product and it's public service because information that your audience, your niche audience, your local audience needs.
Yeah, yeah, they're really interesting.
Well, for example, we have a lot of recent studies that shows that yes, AI overviews are reducing the clicks, but Google don't say this.
Mhm.
And well, we need to work and we need to talk about geo, llmo, aio, and rare
Mhm.
engine optimization. Well, we have a lot of keywords, new keywords, new terms, but well, as I say before, I think that it's all just SEO. And well, it's a phrase from Ryan Lowe, that it's an href SEO expert. But I think that we have new challenges that are opening in the media for SEO professionals. How to optimize, yes, for the new area. Should the media embrace AI? Well, I think that yes, because we need to use in a positive way in our daily task. Not only to create content, because it's the first thing that all the publishers ask to the consultants, for example, but well, how we can reduce the time of journalists to transcribe an interview or to produce an audio. This is more useful because AI can create more valuable to the journalism, no? And well, something that it's really interesting for me, and I think that it's something that we need to work with digital bosses in publishers and CEOs, is the time to change KPIs.
Mm,
We need to change that the KPIs are unique users and page views. We need to work with retention and loyalty, and well, the time that our reader are reading an article, or if they consume a video, or if they read a second page in our site, or if obviously they convert as a subscriptor, no.
mm, yeah, I couldn't agree more. And it's the same. I think this is what you're going to go on to, but it's the same as what everyone is talking about and what every publisher needs to be doing. It's
Hmm.
building a loyal audience on site and a strong user journey that increases that loyalty while someone's on site,
Hmm. Hmm.
alongside obviously everything you've said, but the focus and the priorities have changed.
Yeah, and I think that SEO, it's not dying, but is changing. And
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, and AI shows that that we need to think differently, because the journalism is the way, is this type of information, no? And um, as Barry Adams said, you are not optimizing for the traffic, you are not optimizing for the click, you are optimizing for the visibility as part of the customer journey. I really love this phrase because it resumes all that we need to think in 2025, 2026. So, and when you ask to CEOs, for the top three website priorities for the next year, what they think,
Mhm.
what they say, increasing traffic. And well, we need to change this percentage and these priorities. I think that we need to work more with trainings and to understand the the importance of the brand, to be a brand, to be memorable in the
Mm,
mind, no, and to be unique, to offer something with value. You can work with SEO, yes, but you need, for example, to work and to rank on Google Discover. But this this reader that you catch on Google Discover, you need that uh, that they would like to convert as a subscriber and to
mhm,
consume other page views, no. So for this example, your articles needs to be good, no. And for finally, I only want to show this metaphor that is used by Thomas Bagdal, that uses the sandwich shop to explain the importance to change our mind. The first step is relevance. When people walk in the sandwich shop, can they find exactly the type of sandwich that they want? Well, the second point is usefulness. No, in other words, it tastes delicious. Is there does it have the right texture and temperature? On the outcome. Were they satisfied? Um, are they hungry? Um, they need more sandwich, or the desire. No. Did your first experience make you want to come back another day to eat that sandwich again? The fifth is the longevity. If you keep coming back, does the sandwich shop have the flexibility to meet your needs each time? You have more than one sandwich to offer. You can customize it. The personalization is here, no? And the
mhm.
sixth, the final step is trust and consistency. In other words, when you return, can you rely on the sandwich shop to always deliver the same amazing experience? And well, finally, I only want to mention this new funnel that I discovered the other day in the audience's article. And I think that it's really good to resume on how we need to work, because we need to work together. SEO, it's not a department. Social media, it's not another department. And journalists, of course, are not the third department. No, we need to work together, because we work to catch the audience and to retain and to make them loyalty. So
Mm,
we can add these efforts and work to publish and to create the brand in TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and to catch this in Google search and discover, to pass these users to social newsletter and recirculation and newsletter homepage and a personal something more personal, no. And well, this is probably you know more than
mhm,
me for this graph. So thank you very much, Madeleine, for I really like to show a little bit this new situation.
mhm.
And well, I think that it is interesting for the publishers that are here.
Definitely. And I think the biggest thing that I've taken away is that the conclusion that you've come to and the recommendations you've made are the same recommendations that I would make from a subscription standpoint. So actually, everything is pointing in the same direction, and there's no excuse anymore for publishers. They need to be focusing on their audience on site, building engagement, building loyalty, because not only is that where they're going to be able to overcome all of the challenges around SEO and AI overviews, but that's where they're going to make money and
Mhm.
where they're going to be able to build loyal audiences who come back in the future. And it's like you said, it's about changing KPIs, changing our priorities.
Yes, and I think that we need to understand that AI overviews can change a lot our traffic for now. And
Mm,
well, I have a lot of publishers that ask me and tells um, how we can achieve traffic and page views and users, and you explain that okay, we can work with a Google Discover strategy for now because we need to pay our journalists now, but don't forget that we need to create product and
mm,
service and
yeah,
new user needs, no, and analyze your audience, create a product for them, and obviously you need to convert this type of audience that discovers you in Google Discover
mm,
feed to subscriptors or to new audience that returns tomorrow,
yeah,
and you need to be memorable in the mind of our user.
yeah, yeah. Of course, it all fits together. It all
Mhm.
points in one direction. I just think that, like I said, there's no excuse anymore, and there's no reason
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So
And I think that only to add some point,
yeah,
it's that I think that well, there are different publishers that are working at are interested in to be a source
mm,
and mentioned by LLMs. So I think that it's important because if you work EAT, you can work with it to publish and to rank
mm,
as a source there, and it's not based by clicks, but it's based by mention, brands, and authorities. So if you achieve this rank, you can gain another type of opportunities in other channels.
yeah, yeah, makes complete sense. Well, thank you so much for that, Clara. Honestly, it confirmed so many things in my head, but I whilst truly understanding the topic, and I think everyone's scaremongering, could we say, about AI in general and including in SEO, and
Mhm.
I feel reassured almost after that call, and that I can see that path to success for publishers.
Mhm. Thank you very much for inviting me, Madeleine. It was a pleasure to share these updates with you and with the audience.
Pleasure. And people have your email address on the screen if they want to get in touch with you, and on LinkedIn as well, I imagine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, Clara. See you
Thank
soon.
you, Madeleine, and see you soon.